Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Southerner's Northern Garden. So today I wanted to do just a short video on the plants I picked up from 𝗟𝗂𝗶𝗲 from my visit. I have some really beautiful things. All of these are most likely destined for the south garden that I'm renovating this fall. And so a couple months ago, maybe a month or so, I went and made a list of things on 𝗟𝗂𝗶𝗲's website that I knew they had or were going to have in stock soon. And I took that list with me to the garden center, and some of these things are things I've seen in person. In particular, this one that I was most excited about, I saw at Cultivate at Monrovia's booth. So Monrovia has this line of St. Johns Wort that is really beautiful, has beautiful blooms. Some of them, like this one, has dark foliage, and then they have these beautiful berries in fall or late summer that they produce. And this one is called Floral Berry Sangria. So once again, this is a St. John's wort. You can just see how beautiful these berries are on screen. Excellent plants to use for cuttings. They only get 2 to 3 foot tall and wide, and they're going to work really well on the south side, I think, in those conditions. And when I was there, I had only intended to pick up this one. But as things go, I had not seen these other two in person. And so I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and grab all of them and we'll plant them over there as a trio, and I'll have other items that I can cut on. So berries are something, or berry producing shrubs are something great to add to your garden because they provide an additional extension of interest into winter. Late fall, so this one is called Floral Berry Rose, and it produces these really gorgeous pink colored blooms here. And then there was one more, and it is called Floral Berry Champagne. And so these blooms are much more white, but look at the size of this 2-gallon here. Super sturdy plant, but it would be beautiful to add white accent berries to your garden. You know, I have the Proudberry Coral Berry. These berries look very similar to those, but white berries are really interesting because it's not really something you see a whole lot of in the garden. So after that, I picked up a blue Kazoo spirea. Proven Winners has an excellent varieties of spirea out there, some that bloom multiple times a year. Blue Kazoo is primarily known for its foliage. So if you can see here, it's very blue in color, at least kind of a blue silver color, and it comes out in this beautiful color and stays this color all year. Some spireas will come out in a different color, like yellows or oranges, and transition to more green. This one stays this beautiful color all year, and so I think it's going to tuck in nicely over there as well. Blue Kazoo is really hardy, down to zone 3 up to zone 8, and it also only gets 2 to 3 foot tall and wide. So it's one of those shrubs that you can really tuck in and just have an accent shrub with full summer, fall, spring interest in your garden. And there are a couple other things I picked up, including this Ruby Spice Clethra, or Summer Sweet as it's called. Ruby Spice is something I'm going to put kind of close to the air conditioning area, and it gets 4 to 5 foot tall and wide. So it doesn't have it on here right now, but it produces these really beautiful blooms in summer that are ruby in color. So I think it's going to be really lovely in that spot. It gives me some height for the back of the bed that I can underplant things into. So I might combine like this red or ruby bloom with this double play spirea here, playing off both the colors and the different textures there. And the last shrub I picked up was a brandywine viburnum. So I am highly allergic to viburnum. If it gets on my skin, I will break out. And so I'm not going to pick it up right now. I discovered this a couple years ago because where my incredible hydrangea hedge is, there were some really bad old viburnums there, and we pulled them out. And then in the process of removing those, my skin broke out pretty bad. And so I've kind of avoided all viburnums in my garden except Steady Eddie, which I planted from a tiny container last year in the perennial bed. So Steady Eddie is currently the only viburnum I have. But this one, Brandywine, is a good self-pollinator, and it produces these beautiful purple and pink berries, a combination of them, which is really interesting. And it also gets pretty large. And so My intention with some of these plantings is in the future, I know that that blue spruce will most likely have to be removed from the side of the house. It was planted way too close there by the builders 15 plus years ago, and it's going to be a sad day when that comes out, but I don't want that space to look completely empty when and if that time comes. And so I want something that it may not fit great in that spot, but I'm preparing for the future years down the road that in the event it does have to come out, it just won't be completely empty in that spot when that time comes. So these items are not going to be planted quite yet. It's still a little early to be planting. I will probably start planting these mid-September. So they will stay in their containers. I'll put them over here in my little shrub lot that I have my irrigation on to keep them well watered. And they'll sit and wait, and you can follow along for that video when it arrives. Thank you guys for joining me, and remember, in a world full of hate, be a light. Take care, everyone. Bye.